Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, had a very useful interaction with the trade and industry today. On behalf of the PSG Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we submitted various suggestions to the Finance Minister. Among them, the major suggestion that we have submitted is to the request to establish mega developmental financial institution DFIs, which we need in our country to be able to finance the infrastructure investment required as per the National Investment Plan of spending 111 lakh crores in infrastructure over the next 5 years. For that, our suggestion is that the SPV must be formed to garner overseas funds against sovereign guaranteed bonds, which can then be utilized for funding major expenditure of government into infrastructure projects. Initially, after the government is able to make such investments, the private sector would also then be encouraged to make its own investments into the infrastructure sector, and that would again be funded by the DFIs. India is very comfortably placed in terms of the debt to GDP ratio, being at the rank 14 among the G20 economies, with a total debt to GDP ratio of just 122% compared to ratios reaching up to 400% in case of Japan and more than 250% in case of many advanced countries including UK and France. Our suggestion to the Finance Minister on tax issues was that the income tax rates should be, personal income tax rates need to be capped at the highest rate of 25% without any exemptions, so that there is a better collection, tax collection to GDP ratio. We have also suggested that the MSMEs, which are mostly constituted as partnerships or as proprietorships, be considered, be granted similar tax rates as corporates of up to 25% to remove the disparity between the tax rates for companies vis-a-vis MSMEs constituted as partnerships or as proprietorships. We have also suggested a substantial increase in the social infrastructure, especially in the health infrastructure, from the current level of 1.6% of GDP to 3%, with substantial investment into primary health care and into setting up of required medical facilities across the nation. We have also suggested the reduction in the complexities and onerous requirements needed being put up for establishing medical colleges for training doctors and nurses and paramedical staff. Such requirements need to be reduced so that the country is able to produce the required number of doctors and nurses and paramedics, and also to supply the same to the world in addition to our own needs. Another suggestion has been to spend to make sure that all our judicial and police vacancies are filled ASAP, and then we create more and more judicial and police posts to ensure that there is no gap in our delivery of law and order and delivery of justice.